How could you?
I lose too many employers this way. I'd best make myself scarce.
As if we'd let you get away. Word of this can't get out.
Too late. Silvio sent word of your betrayal eons ago. Expect Hyzant's army on the morrow.
And so, we've bought no time at all.
Lord Serenoa.
Allow us to show our gratitude.
I'm afraid we haven't the time.
We must tend to the wounded, of course. But fight or flee, surely we have time enough to catch our breath and fill our stomachs. Let us not spurn their kind.
The young lord's right. Steal that belly of yours.
What are you doing here, dear Roland?
Jerome is a young man of formidable convictions.
Indeed. He took the fate of his people in his hands and fought for their freedom.
Just as you have done.
I did what any lord would do to protect the sovereignty of their land. Nothing more. I will not see the Roselle stripped of their...
Hyzant's goddess has always seen them as...
History has ever seen the strong rule the weak.
But I do not mean to excuse it. Rather, I see now that this village and all of House Wolford suffers because of the royal family's impotence.
That's not...
I speak the truth, and Cordelia and the people of Glenbrook cry for aid as we speak. Yet here I sit, cowering behind a mask and a false name.
Serenoa, making a valiant stand in defense of the Rosellan village, slays Silvio Tellior. Word of their disobedience reaches the Holy One, who sends an army to conquer the heretics. With the enemy only a day's march from their doorstep, House Wolford and the Roselle scramble to mount one last stand. Time is of the essence.
So that's the size of it. House Wolford has gone to such great lengths for us.
It was our decision and ours alone. Your people brought nothing upon us.
It is as Serenoa says. We are happy to do all that we can to protect you.
Forgive me, Lady Frederica, but your mother was Lady Orlea, was she not? You came to our rescue just as she did. I cannot help but feel 'twas fated to be so.
You knew my mother?
Where did you hear of this, Jerome? I've told you not a whit about her.
I overheard whispers between my mother and father long ago. Why would the elders labor to keep such information secret?
Well, truth be told, we feared being persecuted anew.
And so your greatest fears have come true. Pray, hide no longer.
You know the history of Hyzant's oppression? Then you know of the Rosellan revolt that occurred 30 years ago. She led us to freedom from Hyzant's rule. She was a woman of great courage. She even left a sizable...
The statue that stands tall in the source.
I reckon not. Hyzant would never...
I had no idea my mother was.
And it was my father who gave them this land to settle.
That he did. Lady Orlea, for her part, vowed to fight on, to liberate the rest of us. Battered and bruised in the escape, parted ways with her.
And so she eventually found her way to Esfrost, where she was taken. I thank you for sharing such a wonder.
I hear she rallied the people to her cause. The Holy State's teachings are false. The goddess's blessings spread across all Norzelia. The blessing of the true goddess. The blessing that shall be the key to the chains that bind our people.
How much of this have you heard?
Hold, I beg you, recite those words once more.
The Holy State's teachings are false. The goddess's blessings spread across all Norzelia. The blessing of the true goddess. The blessing that shall be the key to the chains that bind our people.
So there exists a key that gives the lie to the goddess's teachings. With that in hand, we can yet confront Hyzant.
Pray tell, good elder, what might it look like?
Alas, I fear I do not know.
I know not to what they were referring, but my parents always said Lady Orlea left it in this village.
Then the key is here. Jerome, please. We would speak with your parents.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
We must find this key. I know it sounds like a fool's errand.
I agree. 'Tis a slight hope. Elder, for the sake of the Roselle, I've come to speak with you about the key.
Lord Serenoa, I am not one to speak in metaphor and code. I bid you tell me precisely what it is you seek.
Could this pink rock be the key?
Where did you find that?
So it is the key. What do you know of it?
Clearly I can deceive you no longer. I shall tell you everything.
What is this strange pink rock?
A simple taste shall tell you all you need to know.
My word, it tastes of salt. No, it is salt.
Truly, a rock of salt.
Indeed, it is. And the story behind it is a long one. This crystal before you was brought here by Lady Orlea.
My mother brought this?
And you knew of this the whole time, Elder?
Yes, but the seeds of conflict ought not to be left in the sun. That was...
Are there any other crystals like this?
There are. Lady Orlea spoke of a repository rife with salt, hidden.
And where might that...
Unfortunately, I do not know.
Do you know anything about this, Lady Frederica? Did your mother ever mention these crystals?
I apologize, but this...
Calm yourself, Benedict. You're scaring the lad.
Calm myself. The very existence of this crystal changes the nature of our realm as we know it. If you have ever wondered why Hazant oppresses the Roselle or confines them, this is your answer.
So they did it all to hide the existence of the repository and monopolize salt.
And not just that, and it could reign over all.
Would it really have so great an influence?
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess. It is one of Hazant's fundamental beliefs. One that, due to their monopoly on both salt and the source, has but no longer. With this...
Revealing their absolute teachings to be mere fabrication.
There may be hope.
A report, my lord. Hazant's...
Lord Serenoa, if you would...
Of course, Benedict.
Lord Serenoa, how unfortunate it is for us, but for disobeying the Holy Ones.
Before that, Minister Exham,
It is a mere fragment of something we have discovered in this village. It is a crystal made entirely of salt.
What madness is this? This is salt, indeed.
It appears to have been passed down among the Roselle, and in a quantity large enough to ripen.
Unbelievable.
Perhaps so. Salt can be found in places other than the sacred grounds beneath the goddess's feet. I am certain.
What is it that you want?
an audience with the Holy One, and a guarantee of safety for us and everyone in this village.
It would be a waste to dispose of both the crystal and House Wolford here.
Very well then. I shall secure you an audience with the... And you have my word. The village...
Thank you, Minister.
Oh, how I wish I could see the Holy One's face contorted so.
We owe our lives to this. A crystal of salt. Or salt crystal, shall we call it?
The Holy State's teachings are false. The goddess's blessings spread across all Norzelia. The blessings of the true goddess. The blessing that shall be the key to the chains that bind our people.
Can you imagine if crystals like this were hidden beneath the surface of Norzelia?
I cannot imagine Hyzant being blind to their existence.
Agreed. Which leads me to believe that they have relentlessly oppressed the Rosette.
You intend to negotiate with the Holy One?
Correct. This time, we shan't fail. Not with this salt crystal on our hands. Hyzant,
If their teachings are truly false, could you not ask them to...
that is a risk. Our first priority is rebuilding Wolfort. Without it, we cannot even hope to protect our own Rosellan village.
I see.
And what will you do once granted those privileges, Benedict?
What will I do?
I tire of being made to decide like this time and time again. Don't you, Serenoa?
I do. Our choices grow ever harder, each time piercing me deeper.
It's time we decide what to do for ourselves. I wish to reclaim Glenbrook. With Hyzant beside us, we can defeat Esfrost. So when we meet, I will ask the Holy State to go to war with us.
House Wolford protects the Roselle in defiance of the Holy One's orders. Hyzant sends an army to punish Wolford for their disobedience. Cornered though they may be, Serenoa and his comrades discover a crystal of salt, hidden in the Rosellan village. Benedict leverages its very existence in negotiations with the opposing General Exum and succeeds. The crystal holds the power to change not only Hyzant, but the entire land of Norzelia. With it in hand, Serenoa goes to meet the Holy One.
The sun's a harsh mistress, ain't she? If she sticks around much longer, my fields are apt to wither from the attention.
Aye. And it ain't just the crops what are worse for wear. I'd cry over our lot, but naught but dust would pour from my eyes.
How pitiless, the caprices of nature. What grudge do the heavens bear to make the poor souls who tend them? I would be remiss to let such suffering continue. If fate will show you... You begged for even a single drop of rain. I shall give you more.
Huh? What's that the lady said?
Ha! I'd have more luck.
You must tell me if you do.
A pleasure as always to see you, my lord. You've come just...
I am called Dizana. Allow me to banish the sun's cruel rays from your domain, that your people...
Banish the sun? I wasn't aware it was...
Will slap my ass like I was just born. Rain! Honest to goodness.
How did... I've never...
Zana, was it? On behalf of my...
There is no need for such formalities. I seek only to alleviate... If it is not too bold of me to ask, do you... Tales of House Wolfort's magnanimity have reached even... It would be an honor to...
We would welcome you with open arms. Doubtless, we will have occasion to call upon your...
It is an honor to serve.
We granted you an audience because of Minister Exham's petition. A crystal made of salt. How very fascinating. It certainly does contradict the... or it would. Have you any proof that this was...
Well, with all due respect, what do you think of Esfrost and Glenbrook's decree to stop trade with
I think it nothing more than a threat.
Gustadolf is no fool. Such an edict would countermeasures such as another source of salt. Having their own salt would make Hyzance redundant, at best, and your nation would soon find itself in dire...
What is it you want from it?
Your full...
Lend us your strength, and together we can defeat Esfrost, and Hyzance's ties to all nations will remain intact.
You mean to start a war. The kingdom of Glenbrook may be naught but a puppet now, but it was once your home.
We do.
Even so, my people do not wish for war.
Do you think Gustadolf can be reasoned with? Need I He is a wolf in sheep's...
Be that as it may, neither my people nor...
Then I shall give you one. For I am the second son of King Regna. Roland Glenbrook.
You live.
There is no mistaking that face.
Huh. So the prince lives to slay his kingdom's invader. We could...
If you need a just cause to go to war, let it be me. We must stop Gustadolf.
O Holy One, have you heard? Pray, tell me what you would have. It shall be done. Wolfort, Prince Roland, the holy state of Hyzan. The Holy One would see you defeat Esfrost. Our nation shall spare no effort in your fight against... From this day forth, we support Prince Roland as our commander, and Lord Serenoa as one of the Saintly Seven.
Me? A saint?
We are brethren now.
Well, would you look at that? We secured Hyzance's support, and you even got...
We also received a signed document stating the Roselle in Wolford are left in our care.
Good going, lad.
Oh, it is Benedict and Roland to whom we owe this victory.
Everyone here has suffered so much on my behalf. My weakness and worthlessness have brought pain and misfortune to you all.
You've got nothing to apologize for. I already told you. House Wolfort's the sword and shield of the crown.
I've decided that I must press forward. I ask for your support as always.
And you shall have it. I am with you every step of the way, my lord.
Is something the matter, Frederica?
No. My apologies for worrying you.
Now, to battle! We take back Glenbrook with our own hands!